All right, I set this thing up, and I put a card in it. I don't remember what card it is, but I put a video card in it, and the only one that I could fit the cord on. I'm downloading a file right now, but yeah, this thing is power hungry. Make sure it's. So anyway, it's like at least double what another computer would run. I don't know if maybe it has something to do with the fans. This fan here moves a lot of air. So you got one here and one here and one here, and they're huge, which is great. I think this would be better to be a dedicated server case, rather than something that you would use for your daily, rig or whatever you want to call it. There was something that was supposed to be up here. I think some of these had a water tank for the cooler. I like this here. It has FireWire, which is kind of hard to find anymore. The only time I can really think of where I might need FireWire is for something like a flex radio. And I don't know what these eSATAs really are. There was like some cable that was popular for a while or something. So what I'd like to see is like one of these with a card reader. And I actually do have, it's out of some e-machines. I pulled it. It's a little square block, and it's got USBs, but it's also got card reader. So I'm trying to figure out how to repurpose that and put it in one of these, because I like to have a card reader on the front of a computer, because I do a lot of stuff with cameras and things like that. But anyway, I love this case, but I think maybe this motherboard needs to come out of this case and go into something else. And I think maybe put it in one of the server racks or something like that. Now it's pulling about 91. I don't know why it was so high for a while. Maybe it's done downloading. The graphics are pretty nice on this monitor and with the video card. We're at 109 again. Let me go and I'm gonna pull the case. This fan, I honestly don't think it's spinning at full speed. Let me see what we got for Firefox. Firefox has finished downloading or failed. Okay, so while it was downloading, it was pulling another 30 watts. Interesting. Although if you were to game with this, it would probably disappoint you, but also draw a lot of power. So this fan, in my opinion, is not spinning at full speed. So what we'll do here, we'll go ahead and restart this, and we'll boot into the setup menu, and it will probably give us a red flag. Now with this video card in here, that pops up every time. I don't remember seeing that before. So I actually went and put a solid state hard drive in here, and an Asus, I don't know which one, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. Yeah, see, our fan's not spinning correctly. Okay, so right now we're at 103. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna pull this. That's what I think's going on. Maybe not. So I was like, maybe the fan is dragging it down, drawing extra current. So that fan made actually very little difference. Now I'm curious, if I plug this in some other area, will it read differently? So we have another fan port right here. It's one of the ones that has the extra pins on it. You just have to make sure that you get this thing in here correctly. Ow, that actually hurt. Believe it or not. People think, oh, it's just plastic. Yeah, well, it still can hurt. Okay. Okay, that one. Chassis fan 1. Why are the RPMs so low on this fan? Up to 5. I mean, it's in the red, That's the CPU fan. Um, the other fans are not being controlled by the board, so that might be normal for these fans. I prefer not to run my fans off the board, because for one thing, if something happens, then you could damage the board. Yeah, and I don't think you can change these. Now, when I plugged it into the top one here, I don't get a red light. It's 725 RPM. It's really weird. That's considered a power fan. That says power fan. I don't know what the power fan would be. So we have one there, and one there, and I think there might be another one down below. So just doing nothing, we're pulling 104 watts. And when you think about that, if you had 5 of these running, that would be an air conditioner. Alright, so here's a power fan right here. I'm going to undo this. This is going to the way I like to run them, but anyway, we're just going to undo it. Okay, because one of the things too, also, you can't monitor anything, only the CPU fan. Plug this in here, and see, I got to be really careful not to bump that cord. Okay, so these all do want to run about that speed. It's not pulling as much air either. So the board is limiting the fan. So I suspect that this video card might actually be pulling 20 or 30 watts. It's just a nice board. I mean, I like it, but I don't know. It's not going to do anything special for me. It's just for me to play around with, because I don't know that this does anything that my other computers don't do at less power. Let's see here. Well, the auto clocker's on. Here. Southbridge stepping. Interesting. CPU configuration, SATA configuration. Bluetooth. It says Marvel. Oh, storage controller. AHCI mode. I don't see anything for the fan. So the CPU is at 100 degrees basically. You can see the chassis fan. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't look like you can really do anything with the fan, but I'm pretty sure. Not only that, but like if you look at it, it's not even as lit up. That's weird. Yeah, maybe it's about the same. But I'm pretty sure it moves more air like that. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing, but I don't really want to have it running all the time when I got computers that pull 25, 30 watts and are faster. It's kind of a shame. It goes back to my saying, what am I going to do with this old computer? I mean, I've got lots of computers. Not tons, but I've got like 4 or 5 that are all underneath the same category. And the only thing I do like about these is I like how open they are, and you can tinker with them and play around with them. That's cool, you know. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't see a point in it. I love the case though, so I think what I might do is pull my my DDR4 board, my MSI board, and I might just put that in here because I don't like the case that thing is in. I just put this in the older case. Although this case is so huge, that's the other thing where it's like, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But if it just sits here, I guess it's probably fine.